Your life as every rank in the Roman army. The gate groans open. A Roman camp stretches before you. Not the gleaming marble of Rome. Mud, timber, and iron. The smell hits first. Leather, sweat, wood smoke, and something sharper underneath. You're not a soldier yet. You're not even a man, in their eyes. You are a tyro, a recruit. And the next 25 years of your life belong to the legions. A centurion steps forward. He doesn't speak. He circles you like livestock, eyes tracing your shoulders, your legs, your hands. Finally, he stops. You are nothing. By winter, you will be a soldier, or you will be dead. Welcome to the Roman army. Level 1 Tiro. The breaking. They take everything first. Your clothes, your name, your past. You are issued a tunic, sandals, and a wooden sword twice the weight of iron. You will drill with it until your arms fail. Then you will drill more. The training field never sleeps. 4 months. No breaks, no mercy. You march 20 Roman miles before noon, 30 kilometers, carrying 60 pounds of armor, weapons, rations. The man beside you vomits from exhaustion. He keeps marching. The man who stops marching disappears from the camp by morning. Every day the same rhythm. March, dig, fight, eat standing, sleep on the ground, march again. The centurion's vine staff cracks against shoulders, backs, skulls. A mistake earns pain. Hesitation earns worse. The weak are beaten until they grow strong or break entirely. At night you lie awake, staring at the tent canvas, listening to men weep. You don't weep. You stop feeling anything after the second weep. Then one morning the centurion stands before you with an iron sword. Not wood. He hands it to you. Your fingers close around the grip. You are no longer a recruit. The tyrannies around you stand taller. 4 months of hell. Only 3 out of 4 recruits survived it. But those who did are no longer civilians. You are Miles, a soldier of Rome. Level 2 Miles, the machine. The first battle erases every fantasy you carried. It's not heroic. It's noise. The screaming doesn't stop. Not from the enemy, not from your own line. The man to your left takes a sword through the throat before you've swung once. His blood sprays across your face shield. You don't wipe it away. You can't. The line must hold. Push, stab, rotate. The gladius punches through chainmail like paper. Push, stab, rotate. You're not thinking anymore. You're a machine. The legion is a machine, and the machine does not stop. When the field falls silent, you're still standing, covered in gore, breathing hard. The man beside you, a veteran of 10 years, glances at your shaking hands. The first one's the worst, he says. They all feel the same after that. He's right. The battles are rare. The labor is constant. You spend more days digging ditches than swinging a sword. Every night, the legion builds a fortified camp from nothing. Walls, towers, gates. Every morning, they tear it down. Rome conquers not just because it fights better, but because it builds faster. 5 years pass. You survive Gaul, you survive Germania. You watch friends die from infection as often as from iron. You learn that a soldier's greatest enemy isn't the barbarian across the field. It's the mud, the cold, the hunger, the disease. You rise through nothing. You're still Miles, just another face in the ranks. Then a centurion notices something. Your letters home are cleaner than the others. You can read, you can write, you can calculate grain rations faster than any man in your century. He pulls you aside. You're wasted on the wall. The next morning you report to the quartermaster's tent. You are no longer Miles. You are Immunes. And for the first time in 5 years, you will sleep through the night. Level 3, Immunes, the specialist. The word means exempt from duty. You still march. You still fight. But you no longer dig latrines. The Legion is a city of 5,000 men, and a city needs specialists. Engineers who build bridges in 2 days that should take 2 months. Surgeons who amputate limbs with saws cleaner than any barbarian tribe possesses. Blacksmiths who forge and repair every weapon. Surveyors, architects, accountants, hunters. You become a librarians, a clerk. It sounds soft. It isn't. The Legion runs on grain, pay records, supply manifests. A missing crate of arrows means a dead century. A payroll error means mutiny. Your hands still hold the sword, but now they hold ink too. Others take different paths. The medics capsari carry bandage boxes into battle and perform field surgery while arrows fall around them. The engineers build catapults that hurl 100-pound stones through fortress walls. Every specialist earns double pay, double rations, and something no common soldier ever receives: respect beyond fear. Years pass. Your beard grays. Men who once trained beside you now salute you. You become one of the old ones. The veterans who've seen everything, survived everything. Then the Optio of your century dies in a skirmish. Fever took him, not a blade. The centurion looks at you. You've been here longer than anyone. The men trust you. You swallow, and now they follow you. You are no longer immunes. You are Tesserarius, the first rung of command. And the men who used to march beside you now answer to your word. Level 4 Tesserarius, to Optio. The wait. Your first duty is the watchword. Every night you receive a tablet from the centurion. A single word, written in wax. You memorize it. Then you walk the perimeter, stopping at every guard post. The soldier must repeat the word back to you to prove he's alert. If he can't, you report him. Punishment ranges from flogging to execution, depending on how many times he's failed before. The first time you report a sleeping sentry, he's a kid, younger than you were when you joined. You watch him tied to a post and beaten until his back ribbon's red. You don't look away. You can't. The watchword is the difference between a secure camp and a midnight massacre. You rise again. Optio, now second in command of 80 men. You carry the hastile, a long staff used to shove soldiers back into formation when they waver. You walk behind the line in battle, not to fight, but to hold the line together. If a man runs, you beat him back. If he runs again, you kill him yourself. The centurion pleads from the front. You lead from the back. Between the two of you, 80 men move as one organism, or they die as one. A bad Optio loses his century. A good Optio is invisible. The formation never breaks, the men never flee, and the centurion never looks over his shoulder. You become invisible. Then one morning, the centurion doesn't rise. An arrow through the eye during yesterday's skirmish. He held formation until he dropped. The legate summons you. No ceremony, no congratulations, just a vine staff pressed into your palm. Your century, your responsibility. Fail and you'll join him. You are no longer Optio. You are centurion, and 80 men will live or die by your decisions alone. Level 5, Centurion Iron. B-roll. Centurion's transverse crest, helmet, vine staff, soldiers in close formation. Centurion barking orders. The transverse crest marks you now. A helmet plume running side to side instead of front to back. Your men can find you instantly in the chaos of battle. This is deliberate. The enemy can find you too. You don't leave from safety. You are the first into the breach, the first to bloody your gladius, the first to take the arrow meant for the man behind you. Centurions die at 3 times the rate of common soldiers. The men know this. It's why they follow. Your voice becomes your primary weapon. Orders barked in staccato rhythm, cutting through the noise of screaming and steel. The pilus, the front rank, hears you first and relays backward. In 3 seconds, 80 men pivot, advance, or hold. At night, alone in your tent, you write letters to the families of dead men. You account for every missing piece of equipment. You settle disputes between soldiers who would kill each other without your intervention. You are father, judge, and executioner. B-roll. Roman battle line advancing. Gladius thrusts. Shield wall closing. The first time you lose a man, under your command, you replay the moment for weeks. Could you have positioned him differently? Called the retreat sooner? Sent the flanking force wider? There are no answers. Only the next battle. And the next. 10 years as centurion. Your body is a map of scars. Your mind is sharper than your gladius. Men who once terrified you now seek your approval like sons seeking a father's nod. Then the summons comes from Rome itself. The Primus Pilus, the first centurion of the entire legion, has retired after his 1-year term. 1,000 centurions across the empire would kill for this post. But the legate chose you. You reached the gate, the same gate you walked through as a tyro. It groans open. Beyond it, the rest of your life. The Roman army didn't conquer the world because it had better weapons. Every tribe had swords and shields. It conquered because it had a system, a ladder, a path. The hero who survived became the miles who endured. The miles who endured became the centurion who led. And the centurion who led became the primus pilus who commanded an empire's most lethal weapon, not through birthright, but through blood, time, and iron will. You walked through that gate a boy. You walked back out a legend. And 25 years later, somewhere in a Roman colony, an old veteran sits on a porch, watching his grandchildren play. One of them asks about the scars on his arms. He doesn't tell them about the battles. He doesn't tell them about the ranks. He just smiles, looks toward the horizon, and says 4 words. I held the line. 1 legion, 25 years, 7 ranks. The machine that built an empire wasn't made of marble. It was made of men.